Hello. Welcome back to another episode in Bpcc IGNO. In this series, we are discussing Bpcc 103, Psychology of Individual Differences. This video is the third part of the Unit 1, Personality and Individual Differences. Today, we are discussing the remaining theories of personalities. If you are joining us for the very first time, a huge warm welcome to you. Thank you for tuning in. We are your go-to channel for all things in IGNO BA Psychology Honors, especially the core courses. So don't forget to subscribe so you won't lose us in the sea of YouTube videos. You ready? Let's get started. So we have completed two theories already. That is the third one, humanistic theories. Okay. So humanistic approaches to personality focus on the idea that people are naturally good and strive for personal growth and understanding. Unlike other theories that say personality is mostly shaped by unconscious forces or rewards and punishments, humanistic theory believes in individual potential and self-actualization. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a famous part of this theory. It's created by Abraham Maslow. So it starts with the physiological needs like food and sleep, and as these are met, people aim for safety like health, employment, and then they move towards love. Example, family, intimacy, friendships, they comes in the love. And then self-esteem like respect, recognition, confidence, achievement. And finally at the top is self-actualization, where people strive to reach their full potential. The first four levels are called deficiency needs, also D needs, because we feel motivated to fulfill them when they are lacking. The last level is being needs or B needs, which are about personal growth and fulfillment. So homeostasis is a key idea here. It's like a thermostat that keeps our body balanced. When we lack something, we want it, and when we get it, we move on to the next need. For instance, if someone is extremely hungry, it's hard to focus on anything else besides food. Right? Another example of physiological need would be the need of adequate sleep. So humanistic theories focus on the positive aspect of human behavior, emphasizing personal growth, well-being, and potential. They shift the focus from just treating mental illness to the positive side of human behavior, focusing on the possibilities of better life, inherent goodness, and optimal mental health. So while Maslow's theory have been influential, it also has been criticized. Some argue that people can achieve great things even while facing challenges like poverty. Also, later in his life, Maslow added the concept of transcendence, which involves reaching beyond self-actualization to connect with something greater, like spirituality or altruism. Now we have Carl Rogers. So Carl Rogers is another key figure in humanistic psychology. He believed that unconditional love and acceptance from parents are crucial for a child's positive personality development. According to Rogers, when children are accepted without conditions, they grow into well-adjusted individuals with healthy personalities. So his famous books like Unbecoming a Person and Person to Person, it dives deeper into these ideas. So Rogers' therapy, also known as person-centered therapy, centers around three main principles: unconditional positive regards, genuineness, and empathy. This approach focuses on understanding individuals from their own perspective, emphasizing their experiences, feelings, values, and beliefs. A central concept in Rogers' theory is the self or the self concept. It is the idea we have about ourselves, shaped by our interactions with others and the feedback we receive. So Rogers distinguished between the real self, that is who we are now and who we want to become, and the ideal self, who we aspire to be based on our societal expectation. So ideally, these two selves should align, leading to a healthy personality. But if there is a big gap, like thinking boys don't cry while feeling sad. It can cause an emotional conflict. So this mismatch between our self-concept and our experiences can lead to problems, including mental health issues. So in summary, humanistic theories, including Rogers, focus on understanding individuals as whole beings. They stress the importance of our personal experience and the alignment between our self-concept and our actual experiences for a healthy personality. So another theory is trait theories of personality. So this theory focuses on describing people's personalities in terms of specific traits or characteristics they possess. Unlike other theories that delve into unconscious thoughts, childhood experiences, or social influences, trait theory looks at personality traits that are stable over time. So traits are consistent patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. For example, some people are naturally sociable, while others are more reserved or anxious. So these traits vary from person to person and can be placed on a continuum from one extreme to another. Most people fall somewhere in the middle. Okay, so Allport, a key figure in trait theory, categorized traits into three groups: cardinal, central, and secondary. So cardinal traits, these are the most dominant and defining traits in a person's personality, influencing many aspects of their life. The central traits, these are the general characteristics that we observe in people, like being friendly or dependable. The third is secondary traits. These are less obvious and specific to certain situations, like interests or habits that become apparent when you know someone well. So Allport initially listed around 18,000 words describing personality traits. Later, Cattell narrowed this down to 16 core personality factors using a method called factor analysis. These factors like warmth, emotional stability, and dominance are deeper underlying traits that shape our behavior. For instance, the trait of extraversion might include characteristics like being friendly, outgoing, and open to new experiences. So in simple terms, trait theories help us understand and describe how people differ from each other based on their stable and consistent personality trait. Okay, now let's move on to the 5-factor theory. 5-factor theory, also known as the Big Five, is a popular theory that categorizes personality into 5 main traits, represented by the acronym OCEAN. The first one is openness. So this trait is about being open to new experiences, ideas, and emotions. People high in openness tend to be creative, curious, and open-minded. The second is conscientiousness. This trait involves being organized, responsible, and dependable. So people who score high on this trait are often well organized, reliable, and focused on achieving their goals. The third is extraversion. Extroverted individuals are outgoing, sociable, and energetic. They enjoy being around people and often take charge in social situations. The fourth is agreeableness. So this trait relates to being kind, cooperative, and considerate. People who are agreeable are generally warm, empathetic, and helpful. The fifth is neuroticism. This trait involves emotional instability, such as being anxious, moody, or easily stressed. So people high in this trait often experience negative emotions more intensely. So each of these Big Five traits encompasses several more specific lower order traits. For example, under extraversion, you might find traits like sociability, assertiveness, or enthusiasm. So the 5-factor theory suggests that these basic personality tendencies have a genetic or biological basis but are also influenced by our environment. Studies have shown that these 5 traits can predict a wide range of behaviors across different cultures. Okay, so now let's understand biological trait theory. Proposed by Eysenck, suggests that our personality has a strong biological basis. He identified 3 main dimensions or super trait. So the first one is introversion extroversion. Introverts are shy and reserved, while extroverts are sociable and outgoing. This is similar to the extroversion trait in Big Five. Second is emotional stability, neuroticism. So emotional stability means consistent moods, while neuroticism means being more emotional, anxious and moody. This trait is also the part of Big Five. And number third is constraint. This refers to impulse control, similar to the conscientiousness in the trait in the Big Five. So these traits range from one extreme to another. For example, the constraint trait ranges from low, that is impulsive, to high, controlled. So Eysenck believed that these traits are influenced by biological processes. For instance, arousal levels controlled by the reticular activating system (RAS) differ from introverts and extroverts. So introverts have high arousal levels and are sensitive to stimuli, while extroverts have low arousal levels and seek out more stimulation. And similarly, neuroticism is linked to the sympathetic nervous system, affecting emotional responses. These high in neuroticism have lower threshold for emotional reactions, making them more easily upset or anxious. So while biology plays a significant role, Eysenck also acknowledged that environmental factors contribute to our personality. In short, this theory highlights how our biology affects our thoughts, emotions, and behavior, with the environment also playing a part. Now let's understand another theory, behavioral approach system and behavioral inhibition system. So Jeffrey Gray's model introduced 2 biological systems that influence our behavior and personality: the behavioral approach system (BAS) and the behavioral inhibition system (BIS). So the first one, behavioral approach system, this is like our go system. It's all about seeking rewards and being drawn to positive stimuli. People with a strong behavioral approach system are often motivated by rewards and tend to be more extroverted. The second is behavioral inhibition system. This is our stop system. So behavioral inhibition system makes us cautious and can lead to anxiety because it focuses on avoiding punishments or negative outcomes. So people with a strong behavioral inhibition system may be more neurotic and avoid situations that might lead to anxiety. So these 2 systems are controlled by different parts of the brain that are linked to emotions and rewards. So the approach system is more about seeking rewards, while the inhibition system focuses on avoiding negative outcomes. Together, these systems help shape our behavior and personality based on our biological responses to rewards and potential threats. Now, the final theory, let's understand the Indian perspective on self and personality. So, in the Indian perspective of self and personality, there are unique views that contrast with Western ideas. Okay, the first one, interrelational self. Unlike Western individualism, Indian culture sees the self as interdependent and connected to others. The self is defined by relationships and social context. So the Indian view distinguishes between 2 types of self-control, independent and interdependent. So the interdependent self focuses on family and social connections, with personality trait being more flexible and influenced by the community. Also, according to Hindu philosophy, each person has a combination of 3 guna or quality. The Sattva represents a balanced and peaceful nature focusing on spirituality. Second is Rajas. This stands for energetic and action-oriented personality. The third is Tamas. It refers to negative qualities like anger, fear and laziness. So as per Bhagavad Gita, everyone has 3 guna, but one might dominate, shaping their personality. Also, Ayurveda describes 3 mind-body types or dosha, that determine one's nature and personality. The first is Vata. So it's linked to space and air, making a person more active. Second is Pitta. It's associated with fire and water, leading to a fiery and passionate personality. The third is Kapha. So it's related to water and earth, resulting in a calm and grounded personality. So a balanced personality occurs when these three dosha are in harmony. So in summary, the Indian perspective on self and personality emphasizes interconnectedness, spiritual balance, and the influence of nature and elements on individual traits, offering a holistic view of personality that integrates body, mind, and social context. Alright, let's recap quickly those personalities. So in this unit, on our second part and today's video third part, we explored individual differences with a main focus on personality. Psychologists use various approaches to understand personality. Trait theories, which focus on stable characteristics, are common but not the only way to study personality. Psychodynamic theories look at the inner conflicts, while behaviorist theories emphasize learning and observation. Similarly, social cognitive theories consider our thoughts and perceptions, while humanistic theories focus on personal growth and self-understanding. Lastly, the Indian view sees personality as interconnected and influenced by relationships. So this is the end of this video. Along with this, we have completed Unit 1. So before we wrap up, a big thank you to each one of you for tuning in. Your support is invaluable to us. Got questions or thoughts? Feel free to share them, drop a comment below or DM us on our any socials while listening. Also, the links are on the description below. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button. And don't forget to share it with your friends. And I'll see you soon with the next unit. And until then, stay curious, stay engaged, and remember, yeah, you got this.